Howdy. The debris. 7,000-year-old perishable artifacts presented by ice are revealed in ancient volcanic landscape. Archaeologists say an undiscovered trove of ancient perishable artifacts has been revealed by the thawing of ice in northern British Columbia, Canada, according to new research. The discovery of the ancient tools, some from as early as 7,000 years ago, is unique given that many are composed of materials that otherwise would not have been preserved in warmer climates. From crude containers made from tree bark and animal hide to ice picks and hand axes made from bone and obsidian, the discoveries were made near Canada's Mount Etzisa Provincial Park in 2019, based on a study published earlier this year. An ancient frozen landscape for many thousands of years, and still today, the landscape around Mount Etzisa Provincial Park has been the hunting grounds of the Tahltan, one of Canada's Indigenous First Nations. An obsidian hand axe discovered among the many artifacts the team uncovered. In the past, stone artifacts as well as the obsidian quarries were the stone to make these tools had been harvested. As well as the obsidian quarries where the stone to make these tools had been harvested had been discovered in the region. Yeah, sorry for that, this was a strange sentence. Anyway. However, the recent melt of ice helped to reveal many more of these ancient objects, as well as those made from perishable materials like vegetation and animal byproducts, which normally decay very quickly and are incapable of long-term preservation. Radiocarbon ages on 13 of the perishable artifacts reveal that they span the last 7,000 years. The researchers report in the paper describing their findings. Surveys reveal ancient perishable artifacts. During surveys in patches of ice melt during the summer of 2019. Yes, I've been talking about these. Archaeologists participating in surveys around Mount Etzisa Provincial Park found dozens of artifacts with more than 55 composed of perishable materials, the Miami Herald reported. An example of an artifact made from wood and leather revealed during the recent surveys conducted in British Columbia. So as you can see here in the picture, that's some rather fragile material. These are fragile tools. Among the perishable artifacts recovered had been wooden tools wrapped in an animal hide estimated to be as much as 3,000 years old, as well as wooden stuffs carried by ancient hunters who traversed the challenging landscape. Basketry, projectile shafts, and even ancient footwear made from animal hide were also discovered. The discoveries were revealed by Duncan McLaren and colleagues in a paper, Ice Patches and Obsidian Quarries, Integrating Research Through Collaborative Archaeology in Tahltan Territory, published in October in the Journal of Field Archaeology. So this was obviously the whole text. Let's go back to this one picture we just watched. Like I said, that's rather fragile material, and I don't know if they have been found just exactly like this. Probably. So, the reason why I made this video is basically the fact that such fragile tools, or however you want to call them, got or were preserved in the glacier for thousands of years. They didn't break. and they revealed themselves as the glacier was thawing. As far as I remember, in school I got taught that the glaciers are carving all the valleys out. That's why there are so many valleys all over the place. And now we have these fragile objects revealed by a thawing glacier. They are basically intact. They didn't break. And in my opinion, there is some very big discordance between those two theories. They find this fragile stuff, and on the other hand, glaciers are carving out the valleys. They're carving out stone and stuff like that. Yeah, that's interesting. And if there would be so violent, the glaciers, I think this would have been destroyed within the glacier over those thousands of years. Yeah. But this is just what I think. If you are bored and don't know what to think about this. If you don't know where you could find more information, you can check out my mountain water playlist, or you can read my mountain water paper. Maybe you will find something interesting in there, or in these. But somehow, something doesn't really match up. Thank you. Bye.